Hi, Rahul here. In this video, I am going to discuss about one of the very much important service which is showing in this architecture, and it's very much important, uh, you know, in terms of security, in terms of protecting our application, web application, mobile application, intranet application, or internet application. Right? This is how you can protect your application or multiple application in a centralized way, how you can reduce your efforts to protecting your multiple application, how you can reduce your repetitive task to blocking those IPs, right? So in this video I'm going to discuss about one of the very much important service, which is Azure Front Door. So in this video I will be explaining about Azure Front Door as a security edge for Azure hosted, you know, web application or different cloud hosted web application. So this is like a security edge, right? When you are basically, and this video is not focusing on the performance, caching, and all. This video is only focusing about security. Okay, so when you are hosting your application on a Azure or different cloud, basically you are using on the VPC, you are using subnets, network security groups, firewalls to protect your application. But when still like attacks, when attacks is happening, still the attacks is already coming to your network, and then you are protecting it, right? So with the help of Azure Front Door, you are basically changing your architecture and protecting your entire landscape and checking the incoming traffic on an edge location, not on your VNet location. And that's the improvement I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about the web policies. I'm going to talk about the web policy which allow you to start in a detection mode, right? um, help you to, you can do the rules, uh, tune rules safely, and then move to the prevention mode, right? Rather than doing the repetitive blocking and protecting, right? So let's go to understand the basic fundamental of this picture. Is in previous video I have created AI landing zone or landing zone, where I have explained about how you should plan about multi-subscription model architecture, right? Hub and spoke. So this front door can work on that architecture, where you having a landing zone architecture, where you have a centralized central connectivity subscription, and front door can sit there and can protect all your spoke application. So all the traffic which is coming get filtered by the front door first, then it will be landing to your hub VNet. So in this diagram, you can see here that application is sitting in different origin, US, Australia, right? But I am protecting these application at the front door level. I am protecting my application at front door, which is sitting on an edge location. So before coming to my hub VNet, it can protect. It can, it can check the malicious traffic. So that is the beauty of front door. And that front door can work in a different subscriptions. So it can work on a different subscription, can work for the multiple tenant and all. Right? So let's go and let's try to understand how this front door can help you, right? I will go more deeper on this architecture, explaining about how this connectivity can work, but let's try to understand um, what is the concern that I'm highlighting. I talk with many customer, and they are, many customer is reporting that, or saying, we are getting unauthorized access attempts uh, on an application. How we can protect that, right? Yes, if they have XDR, like Defender for Cloud, right, can detect these attempts, but only after the incident, only after when it's occurred, right? So these response is often by, and we are checking by verifying the IPs, block it, you know, and we have to repeat this process again and again. And when we are doing these approach, that it will consume the time, it right, it's very hard to scale, and maybe you are protecting by today but not for tomorrow, right? So these are the concern which I am listening. So what customer typically wants, they want like a centralized WAF entry points across all their web application. This means layer 7 inspection over the HTTP or HTTPS traffic, right? They want to have this policy across different subscriptions, which have block by default posture, restricting access, geo restriction, uh, both mitigation and all. So Azure Front Door integrate multiple um, protection capabilities, edge parameter enforcement, TLS offloads, built-in DDoS protection, web application firewalls, and these controls help address these kind of threats, which is like a brute force attack, injection, bots, abnormal traffic patterns. So all these requests reach when it's reached to your origin when you don't have front door, but it can prevent by reaching to your origin if you put front door in front of your origin, right? So Azure Front Door act as your internet facing parameter. It provides platform level data protection, TLS termination at the edge location, board protection, and since TLS offload on an edge location, it allows front door to decrypt and inspect traffic before forwarding to your origin, before forwarding to your VNet, where the firewalls or other application components are sitting. So this particular things reduce hostline traffic reaching to your Azure app services, function app, right, and improves operational consistency by centralized policy and the certificates management. When we talk about WAP policy operation, they're having like a two modes, right? Detection mode and prevention mode. Detection can do a log suspicious request and helps identify false positives, right? Where the prevention mode can do actively blocks malicious traffic, and WAF used for managed rules, custom rules, managed rules, protection against common vulnerabilities and all, and custom rules as well, right? IP restrictions, geo blocking, header enforcement, rate limits. You can go for capabilities of WAF, right? So, you know, like we can detect SQL injection, cross-site scripting without, and then we can do the custom rate limit. Rule can be throttle login attempts as well, helping you to prevent brute force attack. And they are like we having like if you go for the WAF, you can understand about this what is the capability of standard WAF and the premium WAF. And premium tier can bring lots of value in terms of board protection and all, so you can cross check that as well. So when we are saying like each customer concern can be mapped to the specific control, how we can do the IP filtering, rate limit, injection uh, protection, managed rules, right? And we can do the centralize these things into the baseline web policy. So every new application, when they get onboarded, these policy is inherited for them, means automatically applies for them. It means from the 0 minutes, your application, your web page is protected by these policies. So you don't need to go and raise the request, create those policy separately for your application. And this is the benefits. So when we talk about the recommendation approach, deploy front door in a central connectivity subscription, right? Use WAF as a inline enforcement. You can start these things with the pilot apps, enable detection mode, right? And use like a prevention, move from detection to prevention, approach. And you can see like this is very basic architecture which I have drafted. Front door become like a single external entry point. So as I said, how you are going to control ingress traffic. So whenever application teams onboard their application as a origin, all these policy will get automatically applied to that application, new application, right? So all those like all those blacklist IPs, they already get protected. All those geo restrictions they already applied, right? So this is benefit of having this. And as explain you in explain you earlier, this particular things can protect your multiple application which is sitting in a multiple subscription or multiple region, right? And WAF is a edge location, WAF sitting on an edge location on top of this. So WAF is sitting on an edge location, right? So let's go and understand about what I was talking about in a starting. So this is your domain, right? This is WAF, which is sitting on an edge location, right? This is sitting on an edge location. After that, it's reaching to the your region, your VNet, your environment where you having a VNet, and then you are connecting those to the on-prem to the multi-cloud environment, right? So whatever filter, whatever traffic is coming, first hit is here, right? So you will be protected, and as this WAF front door can do TLS offload, it can understand the traffic and it can block those traffics here. So your database storage, right, other web application services, on-prem components, everything, VMs, VNet, everything get protected, right? So front doors and WAF works together alongside, right? You can have this kind of DDoS protection. You can use DDoS protection, Defender for Cloud, right? Um, this help you to prevent, detect, and investigate, right? So yeah, I hope this video you will like this. You can start this by creating a app inventories, what are the application need to be on board, start with the pilot phase, then go for the production. I hope you like this video. Please like and share my video and subscribe my YouTube channels. Thank for support on our previous video, and please keep supporting and please subscribe my channel. Thanks for today.